Are all set up. We are live and ready to rock, I think. Sweet. So, what are we playing today? Stargrave. I have done 2 games so far. Both streamed, both on the channel. The first game was with the captain and 4 guys, doing the first scenario in, look, my otter cup was just in shot, doing the first scenario in the Quarantine 37 book, which I've unfortunately put stuff on top of. Excuse me. Wait, that's the main rulebook. Hold on. Where are you at, Quarantine 37? Ugh, excuse me. Alright, Quarantine 37. Yeah, so doing the main, the first scenario in this, we then did basically that scenario again, but using the first mate and his team. And I'm set up to essentially do that scenario a third time, but using the like sump terrain setup that I've done before. So the whole board is essentially like a no man's land with only walkways. So the models are going to be sort of moving along the tops here. My idea for this is that I did this in Necromunda. This is one of the last Necromunda games I played on the channel. The idea is that there are these giant mega cities called hives, and they're so massive that basically like people can be born in them. Hello. You can essentially be born and die in a hive city and never see the sun. Right, that's how massive these things are. There we go. So in each one of these, they have a thing called the sump, which is sort of like a giant chemical gray water nightmare, where they reprocess sort of like all the liquid in this giant death city. So these things are massive, right? Like there's, in a lot of the hives are like these giant, like nasty, like pseudo sewage oceans. Like people take boats out on them, and like there's like sump pirates and all kinds of crazy shit. So you essentially have this like chemical sewage, like terrible ocean nightmare. That's just essentially like water being reprocessed, so that the hive city can keep some liquid. So I have my sump mat here, which is this wonderful toxic blue. It's actually like supposed to be a coral reef mat, but I think the blue fits very well for like, you know, like a swimming pool when it's had too much chemicals in it. You know, I think it's got that like kind of like a natural blue look to it. So I've got that, and then I've set up all of these walkways for the guys to move across. The neat thing here is that if they get shot, they're going to fall off. There's a chance of being falling off, which I believe is a thing. Stargrave, because it is Necromunda. So if you get hit, you can get knocked off the edge, which would be pretty sweet. If you fall into the sump, you'll have a chance of taking damage every turn before you can get out of it. So pretty much same setup as last time. We've got 3 loot tokens this time. Physical loot, data loot, and another physical loot. And then I have an exit point, which is right here. So if they get to either one of these sides near the elevator here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it an exit. But this should help us cement the rules. Last time I know I did not use the rules for being wounded. One of my guys should have like basically lost actions. That wasn't the thing that happened. So it's something we need to keep in mind of. And besides that, I think we're pretty good on the rolls. We can start doing some really, really crazy shit next time. But this time, I just kind of wanted to play sort of like on the sump setup, like I did with Necromunda, because I really enjoyed the Necromunda game I did. That was like in the like sump. So let me grab dice because that's the thing I forgot to grab, and we will get rolling. Ugh. Ah. Oh, my craft room is a giant, like, worse than normal turbo mess today. My pile of possibility that sits behind me has basically totally fallen over. And I just need to restack it and then we'll be good. Alright, turn one. Let's get rocking. So, first off, first thing we're going to do, we're going to have a captain phase. So my captain's going to get to go. He's going to get to activate 3 guys that are within 3 inches of him, not including the first mate. So, my guy here, who's wielding the shotgun, that's my captain. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to activate, and I'm going to activate the runner that's with him, the dog, and the dual gunfighter. So instead of using the whole team, I essentially decided to use half a team again. I felt like that worked pretty damn well for like the board setups and stuff, and just for playing on the channel. And then I decided to just pick 4 dudes from the list. So I wanted to take one of the dogs, I wanted to take a runner, I wanted to try out the dual gunfighter again, and then I just took shotgun guy. Flamethrower guy was the big king of my first playthrough, but I felt like I don't know, I felt like I'd kind of already seen what he could do, you know what I mean? So I wanted to take some different guys, and I felt like the dual gunfighter really didn't get a chance to shine in the game he was in. So all right. So let's get rocking. Captain's going to activate. He's taking the runner with him. Whoop-a! He's taking the doggo, and he is taking the dual gunfighter. And the captain gets to move 7. So let's measure out our 7. It's right there. So he'll basically get to move up to these crates. So he's going to do that. Unfortunately, he's not gonna have. He's not gonna have the range to start shooting anybody yet. So I might actually leave him there, just so he's protected from when all the shooty McBang guys get to go. So we're gonna leave him there behind the crate so he's got some cover. Excuse me while I wiggle woggle, just so we can see the action. Behold the dangly chain thing that we built on stream that one day. So he's going to stay there behind the crates. Next up is the runner, who I believe also has 7. Yep, runner's also got 7. So he's going to do the same thing, and he's going to move up here. I'll be super honest, I'm actually debating just chucking him into the sump and having him run through it so he doesn't get clogged up in the ensuing battle that's going to rage here. Yeah, screw it. Yeah. Alright, he's going to climb down and run through the sump. Into the goo he goes. So his second move would be 4. So what is that? That's 3 down and then 1 out. Yeah, so that's about right there. Man, now I gotta rearrange that again because he's down in the sump now. Just so you can see it. I have to rearrange that again. Still, maybe. Hold up. There we go. Alright, stop wiggling. Thank you. Alright, next up, we got our doggo. Our doggo, he's going to have an 8-inch move. It doesn't make sense for the doggo to hide. I mean, technically that's the best play. But that's stupid. A doggo wouldn't hide. You know, this guy's like a rabid, like cyber dog from hell. Oh, he's just going to charge forward. So he's just going to basically get on the other side of the barricade. Because he's rabid cyber dog from hell. Alright. Next up, double shooting guy. Going to move up. Also can't see anything. So he's just going to hide behind the crates. Okay. Now, enemies get to go. Once again, they work off they essentially are going to stay where they are near the objectives, unless they can see somebody. If they can see somebody, they're going to activate. So we're going to say that the sniper up here can see somebody. These 3 can see somebody. Everybody else, I don't think, could actually see people. I think there's like terrain and shit in the way, or they're on a lower level, like this guy down here in the steps. So I don't think they could see anybody. So, first off, let's move our other guys. So, there we go. We got them zombos. So we've got a runner here. Not a runner, I'm sorry. A burster. Every time he takes damage, he has a chance to explode. So he's going to move forward. He has a 5-inch move. So he's going to move to there. And then he's going to have another 3 from there. So he's going to be just short of the doggo. So he's going to be like right there. Ah! He's going to be like right here. Just short of the doggo. Just on the other side. This guy next to him, he doesn't have a ranged weapon, so he's going to do the same thing. He's going to do the zombie shuffle forward. This last guy is going to do a zombie shuffle forward, and then he's going to start shooting. So anyway, I started blasting. So he's going to take a shot at the doggo. I would say he probably has shit in the way just because his buddies are there. So we'll say that the doggo is going to get a +1 to his fight for terrain, for intervening model. So, yeah. Gray for me. Purple and silver, or purple and gold for the zombie dickhead. Alright, zombies get a 4. Doggo gets a 10. Doggo wins and dodges the shot. Go doggo. There he is. This zombie right here, he's going to shoot down at the same doggo. So I'm pretty sure the doggo is within 24 inches. Yes, he is. Definitely intervening terrain there as well. 16 versus 12. He doesn't even need the terrain. Doggo dodges that one as well. Go doggo. Alright. Now I'm going to get to activate my remaining guys. And drink the last remaining bit of my tea. So I'm going to get to activate my last remaining guys. So that's going to be my first mate and the shotgun guy. So the first mate, you know, honestly, he might just stand still and just put shots into stuff. Oh, we forgot to do his power. Shit, he has a pregame power to use. God, I totally forgot about the powers. God. Oh, I am the worst. See, this is why we try to... This is why we do simple games, so we can try to learn and remember them. Alright, so my captain has one called Haggle. I think that's for... okay, so that's a like sales thing. We can do that after. He also has one called Fortune, which I think is a pre-game one too. Okay, so Fortune's actually in game. Interesting. Okay. And my first mate has one, I think, called Armory. The field, blah, 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 blah. Activation 10, he gets his power armor for free, otherwise he has to pay for it. That's the big thing here. And then somebody gets a +1 to their gun. So that's a 20, so he gets that as is. So, and we'll say the shotgun guy next to him has +1 to his damage. No, let's give my boss the +1 to his damage. So he'll get a +1 to his damage, which is pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What other stuff can my guys do? My boss has some movement stuff, I know. What is target designation? Okay, so you can make his guys shoot the same thing. That's pretty cool. I don't really see anything big enough on the board to waste time doing that. Let's coordinated fire. Let's look at that one. Oh, that's cool. The target member receives a +1 shoot. Yeah, let's do coordinated fire. We'll do coordinated. Yeah. All right, we'll hold off doing his other power. All right, we got the armory stuff and all the like pre-game setup stuff we should have done out of game done. So that's good. All right, so actually on to his real turn. Now he can move and then he'll get to shoot, or he can use both of his actions to do an extra damaging shooting attack. I do think I want him to move, and then we're going to do some shooting. So he's going to move up to here, and he's going to put some shots in. So he's going to target this zombie and this zombie because they're within range of each other. So his shot against the burster zombie is a 10 versus an 18. That's not going to be able to add up at all to do shit. His shot against the other zombie, 18 versus 1. So that's definitely going to go through. That's going to become 21 because of his shooting skill. So this zombie here, the one that's just right there, he's got 10 armor. So that means he's going to take 13 points of damage. He only has 10 life, so he is gone. So the burster just took it in the belly. The other guy is paced. Alright, so we're going to move up with our shotgun guy. Sorry for switching the cameras so much. I just put stuff in weird places. The shotgun guy is going to move up, and he's going to take a shot at... So he can take a shot at the burster, or he could take a shot at the rifle guy. So I think he's going to take a shot at the rifle guy. So shooting at the rifle guy, 12 versus 20, 20 automatically wins. So he's just like, and I guess it goes into the wall or something like that. All right, and that is the end of all of the activations. Let's roll in a d6 to see if our guy down here in the sump takes damage. So how are we going to do sump damage? All right, let's do it as a d6, 4 up to... No, 1, 2, 3 he takes damage, and a 1, 2, 3 he takes that amount of damage. Seems pretty good to me. Alright, so he rolled a 5, so he is fine. He is fine down there in the toxic waste hell water. Alright. So that is the end of turn 1. We are going to move into turn 2. Boom. After we generate whatever event's going to happen. So I'm going to add Poxwalkers, Bursters, and Cultists. And we're going to say, generate me an event. Place 2 Poxwalker randomly on an objective. Okay, can do. Can do. There we go. Alright, so we only technically have one objective, and that is to escape. So we're going to put 2 Poxwalkers over near the elevator. 1 and 2. There we go. Alright, now we're into turn 2. So my captain's going to get to go, and he's going to get to activate up to 3 guys within 3 inches. I won't be cheeky. I won't count him. I will count Shotgun Bro, though. Alright, so my captain's going to get to go. This dickhead definitely is in range now. So we're going to put a shot into him. And then probably make a move after that. 7 versus 19. Sorry, 7 versus 19. There's no way that shot will go through. So my boss is now going to move up. He's going to pretty much get as close as possible to this zombie. He's going to get basically as close as possible without forcing combat. Alright. Next up, moving him in like that's a bad idea because this is a burster and it could explode on him. I should probably move him down into the sump, but oh well, too bad. Alright, next we're going to choose to activate Shotgun Bro. Shotgun Bro is going to put a shot into the burster. That's a 20 versus a 10. That would become 22 plus the 2 damage from the shotgun would make this 24 damage. That zombie's got 10 armor, so he's definitely dead. However, he might explode and explode his gross zombiness all over my boss. So we're going to have to look that up real quick. I'm in the wrong book for that. The rolls for self-immolation is what we're looking up because that's what those guys have. They are in the Quarantine 37 book. Let's find them. Piercer rounds, force rounds, sniper's cocktail, bugs. Okay, so potential self-immolation. On a 1 to 10, nothing happens. On a 11 to 20, everything within 3 inches takes a +3 shooting attack. Alright, this is a zombie dice. Alright. We need an 11 to explode, so no explosion. He's just gone. Alright, and with that, my guy here is going to move up through his buddies. And he's just going to sit here, because that's as much as he can move. Dual gun guy gets to go next. He's just going to do a move, and I guess shoot at the rifle zombie right there. Or, you know what? I don't want to get like locked in here, right? We have this one avenue of egress. I prefer to stop wiggling. I would prefer to sort of not have to deal with that. So I'm actually going to have my guy do a second move just to get him out of that avenue, just to get him over here. I know that means he's probably going to get locked in with the zombie over here, but at least he's out of the egress. Yeah, it's probably a failure. That's probably a mistake. Alright, next up is Doggo. Doggo gets to go. The Doggo's just going to charge this motherfucker. Actually, you know what? The Doggo's going to go this way. Let's see, so we'll say that's 6, and then another 3. Alright, so the Doggo can lock this fucker in. The other guy, he'd get an extra attack on, but he can at least lock this guy down here in, so that guy's not going to, like, get in the way of the dual shooter. Alright, that's all my initial activations. Now the zombos get to go. I think at this point, pretty much all the zombies can see somebody, so we'll knock that out. There are 2 zombies right here. We're basically going to just do double moves for them, because they're just going to clog up right here. Alright, there's a whole fucking horde coming right that way. Behold the horde. There we go. Alright, this buddy here, he's going to get a 4, and then a 5. Hold on, wait, these guys were here. Oh, that means they actually wouldn't have made it that far. They would have only made it to here. I take that back. It's my bad. Alright, so our buddy down here, he's going to go up. He's going to get a 4. Or he's going to, yeah, he's going to go up, move a 3, and then a 5. And he's going to be right here. Just like that. And then this guy here, he's going to move 5. And he's going to be right behind his friend. So the avenue closes again. It was a good move to get my dual gun guy out of the way. Alright, now we got some shooting. So shooting McShootington zombie right here. He's going to shoot at... My boss has a clear shot, but the dual gun fighter is technically closer. So we're going to choose to shoot at the dual gun fighter. 15 versus 6, doesn't matter. My guy dodges it. The sniper up here. Right there. My sniper right there. He's going to shoot as well. So that's 15 versus 19. With the bad guy having 19. So that's going to become 17 because my dual gun fighter is a fight of +2. So it's still higher. Alright, so 19 versus dual gun fighter's armor. Let's check that. He might have just taken a fucking shit ton of damage. Trooper, runner, dog. Gunfighter. Gunfighter's got 10 armor. So he just took 9 damage. Oof. Oof. Oh, that fucking hurts. That fucking hurts so bad. To do damage, what I should do is just get a bunch of D20s, so I don't have to do a bunch of little D6s. That's what I should do. Alright, well, now we get to see what Wounded does on the next turn, so that's interesting. This guy here that's fighting the doggo, he'll get to attack, and hopefully not kill the doggo. Hopefully the doggo is going to do the opposite. Alright. He got a 6, and the doggo got a 4. I believe this is going to be it's going to be slightly in his favor. Yes. But it's not going to be enough to do damage to the doggo because the doggo has 8 armor. So, the doggo is fine there. Alright, and now I get to activate my 2 dudes who get to go. So, first off, we're going to do our runner down here. He's going to do one move basically to the steps, and then he's going to do another move like halfway up the steps. My goal is to try to get him to get this treasure that's just right here. So my runner is just halfway up the steps. Next up, we're going to move the first mate. Who's essentially just going to move up with shotgun guy. Right there. And he's going to shoot, putting his shots into these two right here. Alright, so first shot. That's a 20 versus a 2. So first guy is just no reason to even do that math. He's just goop. The second guy, holy shit, that's a 20 versus a 17. This guy turns that into an 18. My boss turns, or my shooter turns this into a 23. So he is also goo. God damn. Go first mate. You were the only one fucking killing anything. You're gonna fucking clean the board, dude. Yeah, and that is the end of turn 2. My guys have at least got out of that choke point and wiped some zombies out. So, wapa! What happens at the end of turn 2? All hostiles restore 3 health. None of the hostiles are wounded, so let's roll another one. Randomly select one crew member and give them +1 action for the next turn. Okay, yeah, that's cool. We can do that. There we go. Alright, let's see. How many guys do we got? We got 6 guys, right? So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 5, so the runner's going to have an extra action next turn. Cool. Guess he got that burst of speed. Unfortunately, he's like way out there, so he's not going to be able to activate with anybody. As my boss and my first mate are sort of, they're stuck. Alright, so I'm going to get to go with my boss. And he's going to choose to activate. Who can he activate? Let's see. 3 inches. Alright, he can activate shotgun guy. Dual pistol guy is just out of range. Alright, so he's going to choose to activate shotgun guy. It's the only guy he can do. And he's going to move his 7 inches forward. Try to get him to get over to this loot over here. And then he's going to put a shot into that zombie. He's going to put a shot into that zombie. There we go. Now he's pointing at him. It looks cool. Alright, going to put a shot into that zombie. Rolling off cam. That is a 16 on my dice versus a 14 on theirs. The zombie is going to turn that into a 15. I'm going to turn mine into a 19. This zombie has 10 points of armor, which means that zombie is going to take 9 damage. Man, 9 damage is like the magical number. Unfortunately, that zombie is not dead. Still alive, unfortunately. Otherwise, the route to all the loot would be nice and open. Alright, so the only other guy I can do anything with is the shotgun guy. So he's going to do his little move. I guess he'll shoot at the same guy my boss shot at. But the zombie's going to get a +1. Alright, so that's 7 versus 11. Or I'm sorry, 11 versus 7. I should say the attacking number first, the defending number second. The defending number is going to become an 8. The attacking number is going to become a... I need to check this. I don't know if it's a 14. Yes, it becomes a 14. So that 14 is going to become... The 14, because the shotgun has +2 damage, that's going to become 16. This zombie has 10 armor, which then is going to mean 6 damage is going to go through, so that zombie no longer exists. Alright, so that past all that loot is clear. My guys are doing an extremely good job of wiping shit out this time. The only enemies that are left are like on the route to the end. Yeah, they're doing an extremely good job. I didn't expect them to... I expected this to really like bog down into avenues, which is one of the things I was trying to test. But my guys are just fucking clearing heads apparently. So, yeah, that works. Alright, so that's all that I get to do in that activation, because those are only 2 guys within range. So, next up, the enemies get to go. So, this guy here is going to attack into the doggo. So that's 17 versus 8. This is going to become 18. My doggo only has 8 damage. That means 10 damage is going into my doggo. How much life does doggo have? Doggo has 10 life. I'm sorry, Mr. Doggo. You have, like, these dogs have not had good luck in these fucking games, man. Every time the doggo's fucking died. Every fucking time. Alright, well, you know, whatever. Alright, so this guy's going to move up. And we'll say one of them is going to go this way and get into combat with that guy. And the other one is going to go this way and sort of loom at the top of the steps. I think the fact that my first mate is basically a walking, like, death turret has definitely helped their ability to clear heads. Because, like, let's be real, he's a fucking death turret. Yeah, I don't like that angle. Let's find a better angle. Because, I mean, he's killed, like, 4 guys already. Alright, let's try that. Alright, yeah, it's not terrible. Alright. Life is, camera's good, but it could be better. Let's fudge with it a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's a little better. Alright. So, let's see. This guy gets to shoot. Presumably he shoot at my boss, because my boss is the closest. So, let's roll. Alright. And we have 10 versus 9. He's not going to get any bonuses to his shooting, but my boss is going to get a +2 to his fight, so he will win that. Yeah. Next up, I need to make some more, like, resilient enemies. I can really take a pounding. Like big, like, balls of life, like Nurgling swarms or something. That would make these enemies probably slightly more interesting. Because, like, in the first game where I had to, like, use powers and stuff to, like, get out of the situations, that was awesome. But my guys are kind of just walking through like a wave, just sort of demolishing everything this time. Alright, so he gets to shoot. That's the end of his turn. Now my first mate gets to activate. He doesn't have anyone near him to activate with. So he's just going... He's just going to do his move. He's going to do his move. And he's going to shoot at these 2 zombies there by the stuff. These 2 zombies right here. But they're going to get +1 for defense. What did he roll? He rolled a 9 versus a 10. This 10 is going to become a 12. This is also going to become a 12, so that's going to tie, not break it. 10 versus 15. The zombie wins as well. Oh, maybe it was just bad good luck that was making it easier. All right. I guess let's fight with the dual gunfighter right here. I guess we'll fight into the zombie. 6 versus 11. That zombie's going to get +1 fight. The dual gunfighter. He has 10 armor, so that means 2 damage is going to go through. Ah, that's rough. Dual Gunfighter, this is supposed to be your game, my man. It's supposed to be your game. Alright, well, my bro that's just off camera right there, just on the elevators, he's gonna shoot into the guy blocking the steps. That's a 6 versus a 12. He's not gonna do shit. So I guess we'll get him at least onto the board, and we'll move him up over here. Into contact with that zombie, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Alright, and that is round 2. That was round 3. Alright, so let's find a thing. All hostiles restore +3 health. Why does it like that one so much today? We don't have any hostiles that need health. Place a piece of data loot in the center of the board. Okay, we can do that. Whoppa! Alright, this is now the barrel of data. The center of the board is like right here. Alright, so there's a data barrel. It's used to store the gigabytes. So stupid. Alright, let's see. Well, my boss is going to move up and I guess try to collect the data barrel. So he needs a 14. He rolled a 4. What bonuses does he have on that? He has +4. And then what do you get for having a deck? Is it like +6? Because if it's +6, which I think it is, my guy has collected the data barrel. Where is that? Well, yeah, it is +6. Alright, so that makes that 14. So my guy has picked up the data barrel. He's got the data barrel filled with, like, porn, probably. Alright, and that's going to be the end of his turn. He was here, so he didn't have anybody he could really activate with him. So that means the zombies get to go now. So the zombie up here at the top, Mr. Sniper, he's going to shoot at my boss. That is 3 versus 10, so my boss is fine. This zombie here is going to attack into the gunfighter. That is 2 versus 9. The gunfighter is going to get +2 to this, which makes it 11. The zombie has 10 armor, but that means 1 point of damage will go through. Better than nothing. This zombie here is going to attack into the runner. That is a 20 versus 4. So that zombie's fucking gibbed. Go, runner, go. And then this zombie here, he's going to move up and tie up the runner again. Yeah, he could do that in one move. And he's going to attack into the runner. I guess he's zombangry. So that's 2 versus 3. It doesn't matter who wins that one. Well, I guess it does, because my guy could push the zombie back. Alright, so that means the zombie's going to become 4. My guy's going to become 4. It's a tie. Nobody wins. So... All right. The pisser is this guy hasn't been able to make 2 actions, so we haven't had to look up the wounded rule. So I think wounded basically means you move half distance. Oh, let's check it now while we're thinking about it, because he might have taken more damage in that combat. Page 60 is the wounded roll, so let's check that. An enemy is wounded, reduced to 1 base action per activation instead of the normal 2. Oh, he suffers a -2 to all die rolls. Okay, so we've got to do that. We will do that from now on. So he gets a -2 to his die rolls. Alright, well, the zombos went, which means that I get to go with my first mate. So he's just going to move up, and he's going to shoot at the sniper zombie who's been randomly plinking at them. So 19 versus 18. This is going to become a 20. This becomes a 23 plus the +2 because it's only one. I'm showing the wrong camera. Plus the +2 because it's only one target. So this guy, he's toast. He's gone. He fucking dead. Alright. You know what? We may as well have the dual gunfighter try to fight. So he's going to try to fight, I guess. Oh, wow. That's a 4 versus a 17. Man, dual gunfighter's dead. He's super dead. Okay, well, you tried, buddy. You tried to do something cool for 2 games now, and you've not had that luck at all. Okay, well, you know what? I might as well move up with the shotgun guy. So, Mr. Shotgun, he's going to move up to stay just out of combat range of that zombie. And then he's going to shoot that zombie. Because he's like, you killed my friend! Let's see, that's a 19 versus a 2. I'm not even bothering to do the math, because that zombie is also paced. He's like, you killed my friend! Just runs up shooting. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the fucking falling off the edge roll, which is the whole point of setting up this board. Ah! Why? Why? That's the thing I forgot to do. Well, I guess technically none of my guys ever got hit by ranged fire, but they still should have not fallen off if they get hit by melee. And it's the thing I totally forgot to do. That was the whole reason I set up this board. Ah, what is life? Alright, well, we'll do it from now on. Runner into the Zombo. That's a 7 versus a 12. Zombie's going to turn into a 13. The runner has, I believe, 11 armor. He has 9 armor. He's going to take 4 points of damage. And then let's look up. Alright, there's got to be falling rolls in this. If not, we'll use Necromunda falling rolls. Alright. Falling rolls are on page 46. Okay, apparently you don't fall for being hit on this. You only fall if you were pushed back. It doesn't make sense for the zombies to push back, but I want there to be some kind of falling, like if you get hit, because that makes sense to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on D6, right? On a 1, 2, 3, he falls. On a 4, 5, 6, he's fine. Alright, roll the 6, he's perfectly fine. And then we would have just used the falling damage rolls from Stargrave. So it makes more sense if you get hit, if you fall. Like, I really like that roll in Necromunda. Alright, well, my guys have cleared the board almost. Let's check out the next encounter. You know what? I totally forgot to do that last time. Totally forgot to do it. Totally forgot. I'm forgetting all the fun things that I did. So make it more fun. Alright, so let's roll a dice. 1, 2, we'll say it's the big shooty walkie turret guy. Alright, no other enemies spawned. Now, technically, we could have more enemies spawn while we gather loot. So we're going to keep playing until this combat is resolved. And as soon as that's resolved, we'll just say they gathered all the loot and headed out. But we're going to keep working like it's, like we're going. Alright, so my boss is going to move up here. Zoop. And he's going to gather that loot. So he needs a 14. He rolled a 3. So he's not going to gather that loot. My first mate, chunka. I'm going to try to gather that loot. He gathers it. Alright, so he's got a piece of physical loot. I guess I shouldn't have moved the first mate yet, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so this zombie into that guy. And that is 6 versus 13. 13 is going to become 15. My guy will do 5 points of damage to the zombie. And he's going to push him back. You know what? He's going to fuck it. He's going to push him off the fucking edge. Alright? Fuck you, zombie. Get off. I'm going to actually push someone off the edge. Alright? Now this is 3 inches. That means that zombie... Does he just suffer damage? Or does he... Let's see, it's page 48, right? Does he just suffer damage? Or does he take an attack? Oh, he just suffers damage. Alright, so the damage roll for that is 1.5 times height. So 3 inches is going to become 4.5 damage. If we round it down, that means he has 1 life left. That's fine. He can stay in the pit with 1 life. We'll change his dice to 1. Alright. Alright. So that means this guy gets to try to hack into that. 11. Does the runner have any pluses to will? +1. He doesn't hack into it. I guess this guy would move up. Try to hack into it. He would not get it on 9. Alright, so where are we at? We are pretty much at a point now where there's just guys rolling until they hack into data to carry it off the board. We could end up getting some zombies that spawn between us and the objective or on random board edges. So essentially... Yeah, essentially we would just be rolling. So let's do a couple random things, a couple random encounters. Let's see if more zombies would spawn. Alright, Ruffian, I don't actually have those yet. Okay, restore 3 life. Action. Okay, so it would take me like 7 turns to get some more zombies to spawn. Alright. So, what does this tell me? As a breakdown. The zombies are stronger enemies when you use an encounter table that makes them spawn constantly. So, the encounter table for Quarantine 37 is sort of a non-generic encounter table. It's a specific one for each mission, and that means that they can tailor it to say, multiple zombies spawn every turn. If I wanted to just keep fighting against sort of like nameless mook zombies, I would probably have to update my counter table to do that. However, what I think is probably the more interesting option is for next week to actually have a zombie team and also randomly spawn zombies on top of that. I think that's pretty cool concept. So that way the zombie team can use like powers and their guys will be a little more resilient and stuff like that. So what I might end up doing is I might end up putting them together like a 3 to 4 man squad of like Death Guard and have them be the zombie team for next turn. Because they'll have a lot of like shooting and special weapons and more interesting stuff for my guys to fight. Because if the guys are just sort of moving across the board shooting, it's not super engaging. This game is definitely not as good as the first 1 or 2 I've played. The first game was phenomenal. The second one was really good as well. This one kind of sucked, just not gonna lie. And it's just kind of because my guys are just moving across the board shooting, and not really facing a ton of opposition. Like the doggo died, and stuff like that. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's wrap this one up, and we'll do the post-game stuff. And we will go from there. Alright, because the post-game stuff is cool. And even if this game was a little bit of a bust, my guys still, they did their job. You know what I mean? They still did their job. So we will set this up. Oop, wrong one. We'll set this up for dropping on the table, apparently. I gotta get a new holder, man. Alright. Right, we'll figure that out. Works fine zoomed in. Alright, we'll figure that out. Okay, so in theory we would have gotten what? 2 pieces of data loot, 2 pieces of physical loot. So let's at least do the loot like we were playing campaign. Alright. Okay. Physical loot. Where's my dice? Where is my dice? Alright. Physical loot. On the physical loot table, we get 2 rolls of this. First one. So number 6, which is 400 credits worth of trade goods. Okay. And the other one is number 1, which is 75 credits worth of trade goods. Alright, so that's... Alright. Plus 475 credits. Data loot is a 17, which is a piece of advanced technology table. And a 15, which is advanced technology table 1. Alright, Advanced Technology Table 1. Let's see what we get. We have a 9, which is combat drugs. Drugs are bad, okay? Alright, and Advanced Technology Table 2 is a 20, which is a pistol belt. I will probably give that to my boss, to be honest. Let's see. Combat drugs. They basically receive +1 fight and -2 will. The pistol belt, I think, lets them equip a second pistol. And they essentially, like, can fire both of them or something. This belt can hold 2 pistols. Essentially, a figure wearing this belt can carry 2 pistols using 1 gear slot. Additionally, a figure that does not suffer the weapon dam penalty the first time they roll a 1 on a shooting attack while using a pistol during the game. Alright, so basically just means he can, if he jams one, he throws it away and pulls another one out. Okay, cool. Oh, let's see who died. Alright, double pistol guy. Let's see. Alright, soldiers. So on a 1 to 4, he's dead. On a 5 to 8, he's badly wounded. And on a 9 to 20, he makes a full recovery. Double pistol guy. Got a 14. So he's full recovery. And the only role in this whole game that matters, the doggo. Got a 15. Also made a full recovery. Nice. Okay, so that rounds that up. And then we would get some credits as well. Okay. So. One second. There we go. There we go. Fixed. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Alright, so where are we at for next game? I need to come up with a more challenging enemy team. One that can like use powers and have custom weapons and stuff like that. Just fighting the zombies without like a constant flow of them kind of sucks. When you have more than like, you know, the scrapings of your team. So using my generic encounter table doesn't work with just zombies. So I need to come up with an enemy team to play next time. So I'll probably come up with some rules for Death Guard and then make a team randomly out of that. And it'll be like 3 or 4 guys, and then they'll also get like a bunch of zombies with them. So I basically play like 3 Death Guard plus all the zombies I had on the board kind of thing. I think that's probably the way I'll try it out. And see how that goes. Maybe after a game or 2 of that, I'll swap over and fight some Tyranids or maybe some Necrons. Maybe something like that. We can try that out. Sorry. But yeah. Stargrave continues to be a super cool game. I'm really a big fan of it. I think I just have to get the balance right, really, for these guys. I'm playing solo and my encounter table and stuff like that. The rules are pretty boss and nice and simple and fun. And the miniature agnosticness of it means that you can pretty much use whatever minis you want, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Like, I love that I get to, like, you know, use all my, like, cool Necromunda guys without having to play Necromunda. Like, I like Necromunda a lot, but the simplicity of this is much better for me. Even though I forgot half my rolls for this game. Good job, Josh. But, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it there. About an hour for wrap up and me waffling and a game. And next time I will grab a team of Plague Marines, and we'll do a battle with that. It should be pretty good. I think we'll probably do a more traditional board setup next time, just because I think it will work better having more cover and stuff. So, yeah. So we'll do that next time, but I'm going to call it there and go grab me some lunch. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, we'll play some more Stargrave next week. And, yeah, keep on keeping on.